Dear students, now let us solve the LBA questions of the chapters Unit 9 Some Applications of Trigonometry. Let us start the multiple choice question. What is that first question? The length of shadow of a tower on level ground is root 3 times the height of the tower. The angle of elevation of the sun is. Here what is given? The relation between the length of the shadow of the tower and the height of the tower is given. So let us have the rough sketch here. Let us take AB is the height of the tower and BC is the shadow. AB is the tower and BC is the length of its shadow. Now here what is given? The length of the tower is root 3 times the height of the tower. Here length of the shadow means BC is root 3 times the height of the tower. So if you take this is x, AB is equals to x, then BC is equals to root 3x. What we have to find out? We have to find the angle of elevation. Here C is a point from which the tip of the top of the tower is viewed. So the angle is the angle of elevation. The angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight is angle of elevation. Means we have to find out angle C. Know that angle C is to be find out. To find angle C, we have to think about the trigonometric ratio which is to be used to find this angle C. For angle C, AC is the opposite side. AC is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side. BC is the adjacent side. So which trigonometric ratio is having opposite side by adjacent side? You know that is tan theta. So you can find tan C. Tan C is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. So which is the opposite side? AB. That you can take AB means x and BC means root 3x. So x cancels means you will get 1 by 3. 1 by root 3. Not 1 by 3, 1 by root 3. So tan how much is 1 by root 3? You know that tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So C is equals to what? 30 degree. Then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. And you can solve it directly also. You know that x by root 3, x is 1 by root 3. So tan how much is 1 by root 3? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. That also you can use here. Directly you can find out the angle C. Next you take question number 2. If a tower of height 6 meter cast a shadow of length 2 root 3 meter on the ground, then the angle of elevation of the sun is. Here height of the tower is given and also the length of the shadow is given. Same figure let us have here. Consider ABC is a triangle and what is the height of the tower? 6 and what is the length of the shadow? 2 root 3. Again here what we have to find out? We have to find out C. That is tan C is equals to opposite side by adjacent side, that is AB by BC means 6 by root 3, 2 root 3. 6 by 2 root 3. 2 1s are 2 3s are. Then you can have tan C is equals to 3 means you can write it as 3 by root 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3 by root 3. You can cancel root 3, root 3. So you got tan C is equals to root 3. Tan how much is root 3? Tan 60 is root 3. You know that. Tan 60 is root 3. Then what is the measurement of the angle? Angle C is equals to 60 degree. That is the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is nothing but here angle C. That is the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line. Here we got the angle of elevation of the sun, that is equals to 60 degree. Question number 3. The ratio of the height of tower and the length of its shadow on the ground is root 3 is to 1. The angle of elevation of the sun is. Here the ratio is directly given. If you have the triangle, a triangle ABC, the ratio of the height of the tower AB and the length of the shadow AB is to BC is given. The ratio between AB and BC is given. So if you take the ratio, so this is root 3, this is 1. Root 3 is to 1. The height and the shadow are in the ratio root 3 is to 1. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the measurement of the angle C. That is the angle of elevation. Again you can use the same ratio, that is for C, this is the opposite side. AB is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side. AB is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side. So which ratio we have to use? The trigonometric ratio tan theta. Write that tan theta means tan C, which is equals to opposite side by adjacent side, root 3 by 1. Root 3 by 1. That is nothing but root 3. Root 3 by 1 is root 3 only. Tan how much is root 3? Tan 60. Tan 60 is root 3. Therefore, angle C is equals to how much? 60 degree. Then what is the answer? Option C is the answer. Here, no need of writing all the steps and you can logically guess the answer. The next question. At some time of the day, if the length of the shadow of tower is equals to its height, then the angle of elevation of the sun is. Here, what is given? Length of the shadow of the tower is equals to its height. Tower height and its shadow are equal. Length of the shadow of the tower is equals to its height means you will get a right angle triangle in which two angles are equal. Here, if ABC is a right angle triangle, because AB is a tower which is perpendicular to the ground and also it is perpendicular to its shadow. So then what is given here? Height and length of the shadow are equal means they are in the ratio 1 is to 1 or 2 is to 1, like this way. Then what you can clarify here? The sides AB and BC are equal. Then what is the measurement of the angle here? Both of the remaining angles of the right angle triangle are equal to 45 degree. That also you can verify here. Here if you want to get angle C, then it tan C is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. You will get 1 by 1 which is equals to 1. Tan how much is equals to 1? You know that tan 45 is equals to 1. Therefore, what is the measurement of the angle C? That is 45 degree. So here, both the angles, angle A and angle C are equals to 45 degree as AB and BC are equals because they are of same measurement. Here, it is given that length of the shadow of a tower is equals to its height. As they are equal, AB and BC are equals, it is a right angle triangle in which two sides are equal and two angles are equals. Means the angles other than the right angles are equals to 45 degree. So directly you can say, what is the answer here? Here is option D. 45 degree. Next question number 5. In a circle with center O, AC is a tangent at A. If OC equals 4 cm, angle ACO equals 30 degree, then the radius of the circle is. Here, see the figure. O is the center, A is a point of contact, OA is a radius at the point of contact. You know that radius at a point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent. So the angle OAC is 90 degree and it is a right angle triangle. Triangle OAC is a right angle triangle. Here what we have to find out? We have to find the radius OA. And which angle is given? Angle C is given. For angle C, OA is the opposite side. And what is given here? OC. OC is the hypotenuse. So which trigonometric ratio is having opposite side and hypotenuse? That is sin theta. So we have to use sin C. Sin C is equals to opposite side OA by hypotenuse OC. Then let us write here sin C equals OA by OC, opposite side by hypotenuse. So C is how much it is given? 30 degree. Right, sin 30 degree is equals to OA is to be find out. OC is given. OC is 4. Then what is the value of sin 30? Sin 30 is 1 by 2 equals OA by 4. You can cancel here. 2 1s are 2 2s are. Do the cross multiplication. 1 into 2 is equals to OA. So OA is equals to what? 2. OA is equals to 2 centimeter is the answer. Second main question. Answer the following questions. 1 mark question. That is sixth question. A person standing at a distance of 10 meter away from the foot of the building observes its top at an angle of 45 degree. Find the height of the building. Here the angle of elevation is given. That is how much? 45 degree. So if the angle of elevation is 45 degree, means in a right angle triangle, if one angle is 45 degree, other angle is also 45 degree. So here 10 meter is the measurement of one side. The measurement of the other side also becomes 10 meter only. Here the distance of the person from the foot of the building is given, that is 10 meter. Then the height of the building also becomes 10 meter only, that you can write directly, or otherwise you can observe here. Consider a building AB and C is a point at which a person standing, and what is the distance of the point C from the foot of the building? That is 10 meter. And what is the angle of elevation? That is 45 degree. Then naturally this angle also becomes 45 degree. So it becomes an isosceles right angle triangle. AB and BC becomes equal. The sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. So it is also 10 meter. Or otherwise you can use the trigonometric ratio. Which trigonometric ratio we have to use here? Here we have to find out AB for this angle. AB is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side. Tan is the trigonometric ratio what you have to use, which is having opposite side by adjacent side. Then you write tan C is equals to, or tan 45 is equals to what? AB by BC, opposite side by adjacent side. Tan 45 is 1. AB is to be find out. AB by BC is 10. Then do the cross multiplication. 10 equals AB, that is AB equals 10 meter. So what is the height of the building? Height of the building is 10 meter. You can do all these steps, or otherwise you can write the direct answer. Therefore you write height of the building equals 10 meter. You can write the step also. Next one, name the angle found by the line of sight with the horizontal when the line of sight is above the horizontal level. Here, what is the question? Name the angle found by the line of sight with the horizontal when the line of sight is above the horizontal level. And the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal line is called the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation, right? Angle of elevation. Next question, question number 8. Name the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal when the line of sight is below the horizontal level. That is, when the object is viewed below the horizontal level. The angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal is angle of diffraction. What is that name of angle? Angle of diffraction. Angle of diffraction. The 9th question. A ladder makes an angle of 60 degree with the ground when placed against a wall. If foot of the ladder is 6 meters away from the wall, find the length of the ladder. Here consider it is a wall and it is a ladder. It is the distance between the foot of the ladder and the wall. Then consider AB is the height of the wall and AC is the length of the ladder. What we have to find out? We have to find the length of the ladder. Here ladder makes an angle of 60 degree with the ground, means it is the angle of elevation. How much? 60 degree. What we have to find out? We have to find the length of the ladder. Here what is given? The distance between the foot of the ladder and the wall is given, that is 6 meters. We have to find out AC. So which trigonometric ratio is having the adjacent side BC and hypotenuse AC? Adjacent side and hypotenuse is cos theta. So you take cos 60 degree equals adjacent side BC by AC. Then cos 60 is 1 by 2, BC is 6 and AC is to be find out. Do the cross multiplication. 1 into AC equals 2 into 6. That is AC equals 6 into 2. 1 into AC is AC only. AC equals 6 into 2 equals how much? 12 meter. The length of the ladder is 12 meter. Then question number 10. At certain time in a day, if the height and length of the shadow of a tree are equal, then find the angle of elevation of the sun. Here height and the length of the shadow of a tree are equal means you will get the angle of elevation must be equals to 90 degree. You know it already. So let us have the sketch here. Consider AB is a tree and BC is its shadow. And here length of the shadow and height of the tree are equal. Here you can take AB is equals to BC. Then what is asked here? Angle of elevation. Directly you can write it is 45 degree, or otherwise you can write tan C is equals to AB by BC. You can write it as AB by BC is AB by AB or BC by BC, that you can write, because both of them are equal. AB by AB, which is equals to 1. Tan how much C is 1? Tan 45 is equals to 1. Therefore C is equals to what? 45 degree. Therefore C is equals to 45 degree, and directly you can write the angle of elevation of the sun is 45 degree. Angle of elevation of the sun is 45 degree. Now third main 2 marks question. Answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. 11th question. First 2 marks question. 11th question. What is that question? The angle of elevation of the top of tower from a point on the ground which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower. Foot of the tower is 30 degree. Find the height of the tower. Here BC is a tower and A is a point 30 meter away from the foot B. B is the foot of the tower and BA is the distance of the point A from the foot of the tower B. What we have to find out? We have to find the height of the tower. BC is to be find out here, and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the point A is given. That is how much? 30 degree. For 30 degree angle, means for angle A, which is 30 degree, BC is the opposite side and AB is the adjacent side. AB is the adjacent side. Which trigonometric ratio is to be used here? That is the ratio with opposite side and adjacent side. That is the trigonometric ratio with opposite side by adjacent side is tan theta. So you take tan 30 degree, then you write the name of the right angle triangle in right angle triangle. Which triangle? ABC. In right angle triangle ABC. So tan A, or you write directly tan 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. You can write opposite side by adjacent side, or directly you can write opposite side BC by adjacent side AB. BC by AB, directly you can write it, or by writing opposite side by adjacent side equals BC by AB also you can write. Then tan 30 degree. What is the value of tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. You must know it. The value of tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Then BC is to be find out. Write it as BC only. Then AB is given. AB is how much? 30 meter. Then you write 30 here. Here BC is to be find out. Then you do 1 into 30 by root 3 is equals to BC. Here no need of transfer of this root 3 to the RHS, because we have to find out BC. So write BC in one side and the remaining in the other side. 1 into 30 is 30 by root 3. 30 by root 3 equals what? BC. Express 30 as a product of 10 into 3, because you can cancel root 3 by splitting that 3 as root 3 into root 3. In the first step you write 10 into 3 by root 3 equals BC. that is 10 into 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3 by root 3 equals BC. You can cancel root 3 and root 3. Therefore, BC is equals to what? 10 root 3 meter. BC is equals to 10 root 3 meter. That is the height of the tower. Then you write height of the tower is 10 root 3 meter. In sentence you write height of the tower is 10 root 3 meter. Then question number 12. The angle of elevation of the top of a vertical tower on a level ground from a point at a distance of 9 root 3 meter from its foot on the same ground is 60 degree. Find the height of the tower. Here we have to find out AB, which is shown as height of the tower. AB is a tower and C is a point on the ground level. And what is the distance of that point from the foot of the tower? That is BC is equals to what? 9 root 3 meter. Then what we have to find out? We have to find out the height of the tower. Again here we have to use the trigonometric ratio having opposite side by adjacent side. Because here we have to find out AB, which is opposite side of the angle C, and BC is given. Therefore, we have to use the ratio having opposite side AB by adjacent side BC. That is the tan theta. Then you write the name of the triangle and write the trigonometric ratio tan. Then you write in the right angle triangle ABC, write tan 60 degree equal opposite side by adjacent side, opposite side AB by adjacent side BC. Then what is the value of tan 60 degree? Tan 60 degree is root 3 equals AB is to be find out. BC is given 9 root 3. Then here to find AB, multiply this root 3 and 9 root 3. That is nothing but cross multiplication. Then you write 9 root 3 into root 3 equals what? AB. Transfer this 9 root 3 to LHS and keep this AB in the RHS. Then 9 root 3 into root 3. Write this 9 as it is and root 3 into root 3 is 3. So it becomes 9 into 3 equals AB. Then what is AB? Therefore, AB is equals to 9 into 3, 27 meter. Then what is the height of the tower? Right? Height of the tower is 27 meter. Question number 13. Find the diameter of the circular base of right circular cone whose slant height is 8 meter and semi-vertex angle is 60 degree. Here is a figure of cone. What is given? Slant height. Slant height is AC here. That is how much? 8 meter. Then what is given? Vertex angle, semi-vertex angle. That is angle ACB is given 60 degree. What we have to find out? We have to find the diameter. AD is to be find out here. You can get AB by using the right angle triangle ABC. ABC is a right angle triangle. You know that the height is the distance between the vertex of the cone to the center of the base of the cone. So BC is perpendicular to AB. Triangle ACB is a right angle triangle. Then you write the name of the right angle triangle ABC in right angle triangle ABC. Here the given angle is C. For given angle C, here what you have to find out? We have to find out AB. And AC is given. AB is the opposite side and AC is the hypotenuse. Know that? Here AB is the side opposite to this angle C. That AB is the opposite side to the angle C, which is 60 degree, and AC is the hypotenuse. Which trigonometric ratio is having opposite side by hypotenuse? That is sine. So you take sine 60 degree. Sine 60 degree equals opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is AB, hypotenuse is AC. Then you write AB by AC. AB by AC. Then what is the value of sine 60? Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 equals. Then what is the value of AB? AB is to be find out. Write AB only. Then AC is given. AC is 8 meter. Then you can cancel here. 2 1s are 2. 2 4s are 8. They are in the LHS and RHS and they are in the denominator. Then you can cancel them. They are on the different side and they are in the denominator only. Then you can cancel. Now you do the cross multiplication. 4 into root 3 is equals to AB. 4 root 3 is equals to AB. Then you got AB is equals to 4 root 3 meter. What is asked here? What is to be find out? We have to find out the diameter. You got the radius. Here AB is a radius. And diameter is twice of the radius. Then you write diameter dA is equals to diameter dA is equals to 2 into 4 root 3, twice of the radius. Radius is 4 root 3 equals what? 2 4s are 8. 8 root 3 meter. Diameter is 8 root 3 meter. Question number 14. A person standing on a ground observes the top of windmill of height 40 root 3 meter at an angle of elevation 30 degree. Find the distance between the person and the foot of the windmill. In the figure, EC is a windmill. Its height is 40 root 3. 40 root 3 meter. B is a point on the ground. From the point B, he observes the top of the windmill, means E. He observes E. Then the angle of elevation is 30 degree. And what we have to find out? We have to find out the distance between the person and the foot of the windmill. Person is here, foot of the windmill is here. What we have to find out? We have to find out the length of BC. We have to find out BC. So which trigonometric ratio is having the opposite side EC? Here EC is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side for this angle B. For angle B, EC is the opposite side, BC is the adjacent side. Which trigonometric ratio is having opposite side by adjacent side? That is tan theta. So you take tan 30 degree. Write the name of the triangle. In the right angle triangle, BCE in the right angle triangle BCE, tan 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is CE, adjacent side is BC. Write CE by BC. CE by BC. What is the value of tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equals C is 40 root 3 by, write BC only because BC is to be found out. Now you do the cross multiplication. 1 into BC. 1 into BC is BC equals 40 root 3 into root 3. 40 root 3 into root 3 equals, write 40 as it is. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 40 into 3 is equals to 120 meter. The distance between the person and the foot of the windmill is 120 meter. Write that in the sentence. Distance between the person and the foot of the windmill is BC equals 120 meter. 120 meter. Next, question number 15. From the top of a building of height 50 root 3 meter, person observes an object on the ground at an angle of diffraction 60 degree. Find the distance of the object from the building. Here is a building PQ, and from the point P, from the top of the building, means from the point P, he observes an object which is on the ground. Here R is an object that is on the ground. He observes R from the point P, and PR is the line of sight, and PM is the horizontal level to his eye, and this is the angle between the line of sight and horizontal level, that is 60 degree. Actually you can complete this triangle to get the distance of the object from the building. That is, here what we have to find out? We have to find out QR. Right angle MPR equals angle PRQ. Both of them are equals to 60 degree. Reason, they are the alternate angles made by the transversal of PM parallel to QR. Take alternate angles of PM parallel to QR. Then take the triangle PQR. Write the names of the triangle in triangle. In the right angle triangle PQR, take the triangle PQR which is 90 degree here. Angle Q is 90 degree. Here what we have to find out? We have to find out the distance between Q and R. QR is to be find out, and then what is given here? Height of the building is given. For angle R, for angle R, here angle R is 60 degree. For angle R, PQ is the opposite side and QR is the adjacent side. Which trigonometric ratio is having opposite side by adjacent side? That is tan theta. Then you take tan 60 degree. Tan 60 degree equals opposite side. Which is the opposite side? PQ. Write it directly. PQ, opposite side PQ by adjacent side QR. PQ by QR. Then what is the value of tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3 equals PQ is 50 root 3. 50 root 3 by QR. QR is QR only because QR is to be found out. Then you interchange root 3 and QR because we have to find out QR. Here transfer this root 3 to the RHS and QR to the LHS to find the value of QR. Right, QR is equals to 50 root 3 by root 3. Root 3 cancels equals what? 50 meter. Then the distance of the object from the building R is 50 meter away from the building. So you write that distance of the object from the building is 50 meter. Write that in the sentence. Here you got 50 meter. That is the distance of the object from the building. Distance of the object from the building is 50 meter.